Okay, so I know that, well, number one, I don't really expect anybody to watch any of these videos, but maybe, I don't know. Um, they're really just long form, and it helps me get things off my chest. And just leaving it running gives me all the time in the world to come back, and I just spend all the time like getting it set up. And then my friend recently told me about a program where I can edit based on transcript. And that's going to be so fucking cool because I just go delete, 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 and figure out what the segments are real quick and make those separate. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss you. I've had such a good time with you. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just do a little bit of what I got to do and then we'll go do something, okay? We'll go say hi. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi. Thank you, Chloe. It's Chloe. Reminds me of Tita. Yeah. Tita, my chocolate dog, my black player. She's a very smart girl. Very smart. Yeah. We've learned a lot the past week. Yeah. We've gotten so patient and quiet and mellow and chill because you know that we're not gonna play every time we go outside. And you know that I'm gonna tell you when we're done. Yeah, you trust me better now, huh? She's a perfect example of a dog who's trained her people. And I think her people only go outside when they play with her, so it's part of the reason she spazzes out. But I went outside a ton. We didn't walk the past handful of days because I was really worried about my feet giving out on me. And so I will load the car before we do that. Check the energy of today, or the element. That's what I need to say. The element for today is fire all day. Fire all day, Wednesday, March 20th. Okay, that's cool. That means that working with the energy of the day, the element of the day, fire means that doing lots of quick kind of quick tasks. I'll just be like boom, 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 probably get them off my list. I've already accomplished one of those, which was activate. I'm writing it down. Activate my new debit card. For some reason, I just kept putting that off, even though it only takes like 3 minutes. I am going to do a good job taking care of myself today. And what does that look like? That looks like not letting the fire element energy of the day take me over and push, push, push. Means that my video game unit, my Switch is still connected to their big TV, and I'm going to play quite a bit because I promised myself I'd be all packed up before I did any playing. And I'm not leaving here till at least 1. I could leave a little later even if I wanted to. And it's only 9 o'clock. And I'm already all packed up except for my food. And maybe I put a castor oil pack on my foot so that I also stay sitting. Definitely don't have the brain capacity to do work right now. It's early anyway. I almost never work this early. I find midday is best typically for my brainy brain. And so, especially if I give myself until at least 11:30 or 12 to do anything real strenuous or real brainy, unless it really feels right. Anyway, following everything intuitively. I'm deprogramming the deep and wide programming learned throughout my life. And lucky for me and anybody else that I eventually kind of teach all this stuff to. I one of my autistic superpowers is seeing patterns, seeing places where efficiency could be, more efficiency could be introduced, places where simplification can happen, um, uh, creating strategies that actually work for me and are based on concrete, proven effective scheduling strategies that I've learned throughout the decades. But I always just take what I like and leave the rest. And I think the best way to learn is for folks to try quite a few different ways of keeping themselves on track and like kind of prioritizing and stuff. You should practice someone else's way for at least a few weeks, just to see, just to get just to feel it and try do your best, and you're kind of learning the basics. And then after a few weeks, you go, okay, well, what do I still like? What can I let go from this like process? I know that I learned a lot from minimalism, and I think it was a book. Is that what it was called? No. I'll have to look that one up. That's not what it's called. James Clear is an excellent writer and an excellent teacher of how to, I don't know, how to structure yourself. I found him back I was at the University of Oregon, so somewhere between 2010 and 2016, probably more in earlier. I was reading his newsletter. He hadn't published a book yet. And I was getting so much from his newsletter. And I got more from somewhere else. I don't remember. His book is called Atomic Habits. So let's see. I am really excited, actually. Again, I just realized this for the transcripts, because one of the things I've struggled with is I want a organized checklist. I want organized flowcharts. And I can verbalize some aspects of those, but without somebody out there taking notes, those will never make it to paper. Those will never make it to the next draft, which is, I say it and then it makes it onto paper, and then I edit it from there and fine tune it. And maybe it gets pumped into, I gotta use AI more. Another amazing thing Lindsay told me about is a program called Quiet Quill, which apparently does an amazing job helping you write books in particular. But she has already written an entire chapter of her book, and it was mid-February the first time she told me about it, the Quiet Quill. She hadn't started, and now it's mid-March, and she already has a whole chapter written. So that's very exciting, particularly because self-publishing through Amazon is a excellent and fairly easy, I haven't done it yet, but I've studied it, way to start making some income off of your ideas with a minimum of effort. I mean, it's not minimal effort, don't get me wrong. I mean, to take it from the book, take it from writing the book to selling the book, that's the minimum effort that I mean. It's not like it used to be. Back in my day, very few authors actually got published. So I bet that there are a whole lot of really freaking good books out there that never got any attention because they couldn't find a publisher. And so now I hope that a lot of those people who wrote really cool books and never got them published will start figuring out how to self-publish, because they deserve to make money for their work. I'm taking my flowers and trees. Okay. It's definitely time for a long break. I got up around 7:20, and essentially I have barely sat down. This is the first time I sat down since then. But I really wanted to get packed. So I'm really proud of how quickly I got all that packing done. I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to set a timer for half an hour. And unless I get totally inspired by a story, I'm going to be away from here for at least 45 minutes, I guess. And Yeah, I think this is already really cool. I love the reflection, so it's like you can see multiple things. If I got it a little bit higher, would it be even cooler? Nah, let's leave it here. All right. Okay. I'll be back when I'm back. Like I say, play a second time. Yeah, we're gonna go play a little bit. We've gotten so good at telling when you're getting too much going on and aren't breathing so well. Um, you're getting over panting, you're panting and you can't breathe. Okay, you're very good. You're a very good girl asking. Okay, let's go. All right, finally all set up to play my game. Something I keep doing is losing my glasses. I'll never get them a blend in color like this again. So I realize another reason that I keep doing something like this is I'm doing it on art of processing because that lets me feel comfortable and free that I don't have to show up in a particular way. And my intention is that the sections that of these videos that I deem good enough for publication on my business channel, which I've renamed to Scrappy Entrepreneur School, um, then they move over there. So this is like first draft, and then a good rough draft can be published over there because there is going to continue to be an expectation of me showing up in a certain way, looking more businessy. Like I can push the boundaries of what I consider the expectation of a business person, but not to the point where people are like this guy's a freak. Most people can't handle a full range of emotion, or there's just a very firmly held belief that if someone's doing something like this, or this, or any variation of somatic representation of like feeling or stuckness or toxins or whatever. And in the past, when I have done any of those things, or if I close my eyes, I found out this is actually a vagus nerve thing that helped. anyway, that would be perceived as disrespectful, not paying attention, probably too tired or whatever for my brain to be working. And that's unfortunate that that's the way I have been perceived, because now that I've allowed myself to kind of explore what works for me, um, a lot of it's what would be considered inappropriate behavior for the business environment, and it's just perceived as there's something inappropriate going on with me. So I've always known that it was really, the work environment was really difficult, just to exist in. But I also had a string of women bosses. Well, not a string. I had a lot of bosses that were women, and of them all, there was one who was genuinely just amazing. And I really would like to see what she's up to these days, because last time I kind of checked in on her on LinkedIn, her name is Andrea Hoban. If she has that last name still, I'm not sure if her and her husband stayed together. Anyway, she's a fucking genius in so many of the ways that I am also a genius. And so I think that's why we jived so well, is that she was like, multiple years down the path of her career, and her like knowledge and ability to be an extremely excellent and inspiring manager. But I picked up what she was putting down. Like I learned a lot of my good supervisory behaviors from her, and from investigating, like, okay, what really sucked for me based on what Deborah or Candace just did or said. And really, I don't obviously want to, I don't ever want to tell somebody like, I don't know how many times I've been pulled into the office for the boss to be like, look, your behaviors are so distracting during meetings. Like, you have to be careful with your hair twirling and your tapping and your pin, da, da, da. All the things now that as I discover more other autistics and what works for them, as well as ADHD and, just neurodivergence in general, as I learn what other people have figured out as strategies, and I can recognize that they work for me, and that they actually make me more productive and better, thinking more clearly, and really crying a lot less. But I was so fucking frustrated that I didn't even know yet what worked for me. So even though I advocated so strongly, and it took me fucking years, like everything I had to fight for. I can't sit in an open office. Can I please have a higher cubicle walls? If there's no office available for me, can it please have higher cubicle walls? So at least visually, I don't have to see as much. Can I wear headphones? Like, I figured a lot out, but I had to ask permission. And many of them I had to lobby and advocate and ask and find the money in the budget. And I often got what I needed though. Anyway, so I got to process a lot of that environmental workplace fucking horrible trauma. And I know this is annoying. My mom the other day was like, what is that noise? It's my magnets in my pocket. she didn't like it. Yeah, I've got to clear that. And I've got to dispel this whole myth that you're not, a person is not present, or is not thinking, or it's like not engaging if there's some things that they're doing that give a different visual cue. And yeah, I would have been so much more effective in my position if I had been supported with the things that I needed without a big fight. And if I had been believed that I was still all the way there, and I was just taking care of myself when I didn't look like they expected me to look. And I cried a lot. I was suicidal multiple times. in those work environments. It's not good. But yep, that's where I learned, trial through fire of the things that do not work. Don't work for anybody. It's not just me. Like, I just happen to recognize the extremity of things. Where most people have this level of perception and maybe can expand a little further through conscious practice and, some conscious use of hallucinogens and other plant medicine. I'm out here. See, you don't even see it on my fucking screen. Like, this is my level of awareness and perception and energetic, like, feeling and all of that, all of those aspects of me. And this space between what an average or above average person is capable of recognizing is so big that on the one hand, I'm really proud of it and I really want to own it. And on the other hand, it sucks how much those parts of me have been what has been most reviled and most like, Heather, you're doing it wrong. Heather, you're annoying. You need to change your behavior because you're annoying everybody else and me. But yeah, I really hope someday it's like, oh, I need to manage my own distractibility because this person over here is taking care of themselves and they might do a lot of wiggling and making stuff. I can handle that because I have practiced my own like reducing my own distractibility on my own, and I practice it at work. If it was more like that, God, in one decade, the amount of burnout, I think adrenal as well as autistic, as well as every other form of like intense burnout, would reduce dramatically if the work environment became one where people looked at the ones they call sensitive, and went, you're very responsive to your environment. I am unable to perceive what you are reporting right now, but I'm going to believe you. Just start there. In the workplace, if just started there. And then maybe like, if a supervisor said to someone like me, hey, bring me along your thought process and I really look forward to hearing your ideas. And I may not use all of them, but I know that you will bring great ideas based on the different skill set that you have and mindset, and just trusting, and allowing me space and time, instead of like boom, 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 with work tasks, respecting and trusting me when I said, I can't handle the goddamn fire alarm. Can I please go home today? Because they're testing it. It's going off all day long. Can I get out of here, please? If I hadn't, maybe even I hadn't asked, if I just be like, hey, you know what? This is making me crazy. I'm going to go home. I'll take care of some stuff from home. See you later. That's another thing that would be fucking great. If I hadn't had to ask permission and beg and schedule and sometimes get in trouble for every doctor's appointment or day off I had to take because I was exhausted, or got sick again because I was so exhausted and depleted. If I could have just been trusted to still accomplish my position, because I could get a lot done in less time than most people, without the expectation that I had to spend 8 hours, 5 days a week, or maybe 10 hours, 5 days a week, in the office. If I didn't have to spend all the fucking time getting ready and recovering and not having transition time and it affecting my family. Like, if I could go home at 3:00 every day, if I couldn't work from home, just like that, fuck, it's so fucking annoying. It's hard to move. It's hard to keep speaking when there's just like this cascade of, like a flip book of memories of all the ways that all the unkindness and disrespect and gaslighting me, rather than self-reflecting, rather than someone being like,
Why would Heather think that? Is there some basis of it based on what she knows and her perspective, which is very different from mine? Is there something that maybe I'm not recognizing? And sometimes I would be off base, but if I'd been able to trust my supervisors, and if my supervisors had been able to trust me, for like, it's just, god damn it, way too much of like, you have to do it this way, both by the organization and by the supervisor. Even though I could have improved every single one of like so many of the things that I was like, hey, this doesn't work for me. Can I improve it? No, you better stick with the way that you've been told to do it. And then oftentimes I would do it twice, the way that made sense to me, and then the way that everybody needed, that they all said I had to do it. Anyway, okay, that felt like a good processing bubble to get off my chest. Obviously, I'm in Einstein time, or whatever we're gonna call it, because I swear it's only been like 25 minutes since I was here. I feel like it's been at least an hour's worth of work. So I'm gonna go play and breathe and move and stuff. All right, that was a much longer break than I anticipated, but it wasn't all a break. I ended up doing some client work. I had a one of my pet sit clients call and confirm that I am taking her dog as well as her ex-wife's dog this weekend, or not taking, going to be with. And she's straight up. She's like, this, it's going to be a lot of extra work. And I know you normally would only add $10 for like an easy dog, a second dog that's all pretty easy. So yeah, well, we want to make sure it's worth your while, and we're at your mercy basically. So I need to check with the other client and make sure I can have a trainee come over. I need to start calling them. Yeah, maybe it's trainee. Maybe just go with that. Okay, so I need to message Ruth back and tell her when she can drop her dog off on Saturday. Okay, so I'm going to tell her 10:30. I've asked her to spend a little time with me while This is gonna be not so great, but it'll be fine. It's gonna be just more work than I anticipated. Okay, so I'm gonna do that 10:30. So message her. Oh, her phone. Okay, how does 10:30 sound? Okay, and now I recently met, let's see, maybe I should update my contact photo. What's it look like? So that I can send her. It's not probably the best photo. Let's see, I should change that. I just want to change the photo. I don't change the photo. Is it? Okay, it's here that I change it. All right. Right. See, okay, here we go. All right, so I'll go for this. Oh, this is a nice one. Let's quit that one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, that looks like a professional photo. Excellent. Okay, now let's go find her. Okay. Okay. I call her. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna message her. Nope, I didn't mean to call. Sorry, I did, Aaron. Okay, I just wanted a message. Okay, so the dog's asking for me, but I'm writing this gal this text. I wish I would have done it on my phone. I mean, on my computer, just at least typed it, emailed it to myself or something. Okay, I'm saying, hello, Erin. This is Heather. I'm the Lyft driver that talked to you about your pet sitting. Could we meet up sometime between Saturday 3:23 and let's see, and it's with 3:27 Wednesday. Okay, it is in Mount Tabor with two dogs. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Would be a great chance for us to learn more about each other. And particularly, okay, pet sit style, our individual pet sit strategies. Mm, more about each other and our businesses. Okay, let's double check this. All right. Could we meet up sometime between 3:23 and 27? My sit during that time is in Mount Tabor with two dogs that aren't besties. It'd be a great chance for us to learn more about each other, our businesses, and our relationship with dogs. Okay. All right. Cool. So she would be perfect to have come over for part of that time because she takes dogs into her own place, and I don't accept any of those jobs. So it'd be nice to be able to refer that sort of thing to her, but I need to see how she works with dogs, how she handles it when they're grumpy with each other. I need to ask her a lot of questions. If I feel satisfied that she's, or if I feel confident that she would be a good fit, then I will go see her place and meet her dogs, so that I have a good sense of what might be a good fit and what might not. I also could, oh, great. I also could invite, great. There's going to be a lot of good training opportunities. I'm also going to reach out to this other gal that we just kept missing each other. And so, yes, I'm going to copy that and I'm going to write to her. She would be also great because I need to see how she is with dogs and all of that. All right. So, oh, wait, no, I made it. It's not Erin that I'm writing to. Hello. We were trying to meet up a while back. Okay, be a great chance for us to learn more about each other, our relationship with dogs, and your experience with sitting with pet house sitting. Okay, great, excellent. So now I have reached out to 2 students, and I can do one more to Corinne. Oh wait, she's on Signal. Let's find her Signal. Okay. Yeah, we use endearments like hello dear, and I'm gonna send her that heart. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the part off about I need to learn more about you. Catch up. Personally, as well as get to your feedback about get your input. Okay. Can we meet up sometime between Saturday 3:23 and Wednesday 3:27? My sit during that time is a Mount Tabor of 2 dogs that aren't besties. It would be a great chance for us to catch up personally as well as get your input about pet sit training development, especially with a challenging dog situation. Okay, so to her, I'm saying, my sit during, okay, it would be a great chance for us to catch up personally as well as get your professional input about my pet sit training development, especially with a mildly challenging dog situation. That part. So, okay, I'm gonna say the professional convo is the kind I'll pay you. So I want her to know for sure that it's paid, so it's not just we're hanging out. As well as get your professional input with pets, especially mileage. The professional combo is the kind I'll pay you $35 for. Kind I'll joyfully pay $35. Okay.
So there we go. Oh my gosh.
That's so good. Oh my gosh, it's working out so well. This is such a good opportunity to really, really kind of finish up this training in that I will be through the context of a challenging situation. I'll be able to not only provide training, on the spot training, just like I was saying yesterday, I want to do, and then also hopefully be able to finally get Corinne's input that I've asked her to kind of be thinking about from the perspective of another professional dog sitter and dog walker. She's done much more dog walking than I have. So she probably will have really good strategies for working with two dogs that don't like each other very much. So that will be helpful because I will need to be able to train people about that. So, okay, it's time for me to go play with the dog again or do something outside. Okay, this is really helpful for me to be able to come back and do another little quick check-in. It's now 11:20. This is my fairy lantern, oak, golden yarrow, mariposa lily, yellow star, tulip, sagebrush. Reminds me I really should do some sage. Oh man, I need some water. Okay, so I'm really proud of myself. Let me see if I list the things I've already done. Let me charge my water. I haven't done that experiment with ice yet. Okay. So I feel like I puttered most of the, so like it's not a real fast pace, it's not pushing. I waited until at least 9:30, I don't remember the exact time, to have a banana and then take Adderall. And I definitely am having a very much milder heart rate thing. A little high, but I think there's other things happening too. So I'll keep biohacking that one. I wonder what the definition of that term is these days. Anyway, okay. So I've been puttering. I have taken, okay, when I sat down for a while, my brain was much more active than I really think was best, in that I I received an unexpected client call, which was great. It's a great call because it means I'm going to make quite a bit more money per day for like 3-4 days. And without a whole bunch of extra effort. And oh shoot, I gave the wrong dates. They're not all to dogs. That's okay. I'll sort that out. Oh, Lindsay could come over too. Okay, yeah, I need her to come where I'm at. Shoot, I'm probably not going to be able to see. I'm not going to be able to see Jeanette till later in the week. That's fine. Okay. Well, that helped me figure a lot out. So let's see here. What have I done? Got up 7:15 or so. By 7:45, had my coffee and fed the dog. Had given her a potty. I might have actually, I think I also played a quick game of fetch with her. So that was all by like 8:45. And then I finished kind of putting my things in bags. I'd already brought everything to kind of to the area it belonged in, but that it belonged in, and near its packing materials. So it's like, that's one of the ways I organize, is I kind of categorize things and group them together before I actually pack them all in. And that way I'm not constantly trying to remember, did that already go in the bag, this whatever, or not. And yeah, it was all really easy to collect, partly because I had spread out a little bit, so it's easy to kind of find everything. For some reason, that's not going to make sense until I kind of show a video. It's fine. Yeah, really quick. I think by 9:10, I don't know, I will have said it on the video. By 9:10, I had 90% of my stuff in their containers, waiting by the door, waiting for when I was ready to take them out to the car. So that's amazing. I often am not finishing that till closer to noon. I did play my game for a little bit, but it was, again, far more active than I think. I don't know. I was actually doing some like shaking and moving, qigong. So I think I would really benefit from a little more of that intuitive movement and somatic release while playing my video game. Is a good break. And it's only 11:30. I have lots of time before I need to leave. I could leave in 2 hours if I want. We'll see. Okay, so yes, I've done that. I still need to do dishes, wipe down the bathroom, wipe down the kitchen, do final, like take the garbage out and that kind of thing, and check and make sure that there aren't any new little spots on the carpet. Even though she said they're replacing it, don't worry about the carpet. I got to put the stuff back in the room, but I can't do that till literally the last minute. I'll put a mask on and put all the fragrance things back on my way out the door. So I think I have at least, I need to go rest again, and then I need to get motivated and again for about an hour. So I think I'll rest for half an hour. Finish the work stuff. Oh, I have also loaded the car. I just finished loading the car, and I've played at least 2 more games of fetch with Chloe, and I've made, I think I've made pretty much all the client specific parts of the sit report that I want to give them. But then I'm also going to make a separate one that I could reuse over and over again. That would be like, thank you again for your business. I really look forward to opportunities to work with you again in the future. And maybe another little like, no, I can't put a specific compliment if I'm going to reuse it. I'll say like some of the other things that I do are on longer sits. I can run a lot of errands. I could do, I need to work on this part a little bit more. I need to get this part down to like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna practice that a little bit more before I make the video. And if I can't reuse it over and over, it's fine. Okay, so thank you. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, if you have any feedback, if there's anything that you feel like I could do better, differently, whatever, I appreciate that feedback. I consider it a really excellent training opportunity for both myself and my trainees. So, and as I have said, I do have a paid training program for pet sitters. And so that expands my ability to take care of new clients as well as my current clients. And so, I appreciate referrals very much. And the paid training program is essentially set up so that they receive direct training from me. They receive direct supervision. And I have developed a ton of training materials in a course so that when I have a trainee at a client's house, I can feel really confident when I say they are going to do as well as I would if I were there, because not only am I supervising them close enough to take care of anything that they're doing that I isn't up to my standards, but also, yeah, just making sure they're really well. So this is another part. Obviously, I got to work on a little bit, because what I'm trying to do is I really want more opportunities for students to work, because I need to spend more time at home than I currently am. I need to move in and out of my house less than I currently am. Maybe I should raise my rates even more for me, not for my students. Okay. So the bit I'll say about, one part I'll say about the paid training program is, I don't remember. Okay, maybe I'll just start with the nightly rate for one of my trainees is $55 a night. That does include a lot of my time direct on the sit with them. And so essentially you're getting my time and attention in addition to somebody who's there, the full day. I just come in for a while. So I'm still working on that word. I need that to be tighter. But basically what I'm trying to convey is, trainees would essentially be the ones who are no. That's too much words. Okay. Yeah, I offer a discounted rate of $55 a night for clients that will hire one of my trainees. And what I mean by that is I am still very closely supervising the trainees, and it varies depending on how new they are with me. Anywhere from half the day to, more or less. Again, that's not tight enough. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to say I can offer a discounted rate of $55 a night for clients that hire my trainees, and everyone who's in my who's trained well enough to actually be working with clients has already been through quite a bit of my course material, as well as come on sits with me to kind of like shadow me and how I do it. And so when I have a trainee, this obviously is something that I would have to say when somebody was asking me. This is still too much. But anyway, when I have a trainee out on a sit, I will, depending on their level of time with me and how many sits they've been on, I will go spend time directly in person with them, or quite a bit on Zoom, or there'll be quite a bit of direct contact. So essentially you're getting my skill level with their body actually on site, so that I can make sure more clients are taken care of, and that I'm creating more small, I'm creating more folks, I'm creating the pathway for more folks to be excellent pet sitters. Okay, that needs to be a lot tighter. Maybe I'll say, okay, maybe I start with, I welcome referrals. Most of my clients are in the Portland metro general area. However, I do welcome particularly clients in Eugene, Ashland, in the Seattle areas. But I should say, but I'm open to traveling sits. But now that would have to be way down the road. Maybe I shouldn't say that yet. I can go out of town, but I should. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Depends. Anyway, yeah. I welcome referrals. There's the area. I can say I'm able to offer a discounted rate for folks who hire one of my trainees, and they are 55 a night, and I work really closely with the trainees until they are until yeah they okay, that part obviously I'm gonna need a little bit to let that figure out. Okay, what else? All right. I know I said this really well in a different, maybe I should quickly look back. No, I need to let it be. It needs to be simpler. My brain hurts today. Okay, I know what I'll do. I won't do it off the cuff. I will write down. Okay, so this is where I know I need to go take a break, but I also am trying to be aware of time. Okay, where am I going to write? I really need to index my notebooks. It's getting way out of hand. Okay, sweet meeting. Wish my sweetie. Okay. Okay, so this is planning for my client sit report, a boilerplate ending. So to say thank you, need to say let me know any questions, and definitely if there is anything you prefer I have done differently. Okay. Maybe I particular and I welcome. All right, so that's feedback. And I'll say beyond, okay. Besides pet and house sitting, I also offer hourly. I also offer, no, I also, okay. In the future, when you have me out for long for sits longer than 4 days, I can do a variety of maybe to housekeeping, house cleaning, housework area cleaning. Something I really want to do is I want people to get some of their contractor stuff done when I'm there rather than when they are, so that I feel like that's a really high value offer where they can trust me to. I can receive your contractors since you will have told me exactly what you want done. I'll be able to answer their very basic questions, and then we'll call you if we need something else. So, and that's drawing on my handyman service experience, as well as a long time of home ownership and a lot of do-it-yourself in this. Okay, so this is messier than I thought it was. Maybe it's just too early. Maybe I'm trying too hard right now. Okay, so maybe I'm trying too much scripting. I need to bullet point it. Okay. See, and this is what I was going to say. There's a wide spectrum of the amount of time that is appropriate and reasonable to spend preparing for a conversation. And some folks really should spend more time. And maybe folks who spend a tremendous amount of time either would really benefit from different strategies to be able to think through that kind of stuff. Maybe however they're doing it is not best for them. Or they're ruminating and spinning in a unhealthy, hurtful to themselves kind of way. That, but long before that is an appropriate amount of preparation that I do. And I think I'm judged as doing far too much, because really only just in comparison to what everybody else does. I think there's quite a few folks, particularly that I've worked with in the past, coworkers, peers, people I look up to or see around, like if they prepared just a little bit more, they'd probably be a lot more successful. And they'd also be able to recognize how long things really take. And they could say, oh, you want me to make a big presentation about my program to the president of the university? Great, I'm happy to do that. It will take me quite a bit of time to prepare it, as well as to prepare myself for that little talk. And if my boss would have said, it's only 5 minutes, we're not expecting a lot out of you. Well, yeah, and that's not something, due to the level of person that I'm reporting to, this really all did happen to. I will need quite a bit of preparation time for that report, and to create it, as well as to give the report to the president, as well as prepare for giving the report. So we need to take something off my plate. Anyway, that did turn out really well, and I did take quite a bit of time to prepare, and I was really proud of that presentation. And that advocacy. But if at the very minimum, folks, before they're going into an important conversation, maybe there would be a lot less repair needed afterwards, because if they're not giving their first draft, if they're like, okay, I got to think through, what is it that, what's the message I'm really trying to convey? What's most important to me? If it's a really important conversation, absolutely should think it through first. Now, what I'm doing right now is not a conversation, but I am preparing, what is my quickest, snappiest, clearest little ways of saying things that I'm gonna have to say over and over and over again. That way it can get more and more polished. It can get less and less taxing on me. There's so many other places that I need to improv that I don't want to spend any more energy improving and staying at a look, you can trust that I'm really professional kind of level. Mostly because when it's new people, I need to present a particular thing until they get to know me really well and know they can trust. Obviously, that's something I'm struggling with. So yes, this that I'm preparing is a statement that I want to give repeatedly to clients in their sit report. I am making videos for sit reports just because then they're also seeing my face, they're hearing my voice. They are, I'm conveying far more information in a shorter period of time than if I tried to write it. It's saving me so much time. I used to write sit reports and it just took forever. And that just isn't the way that was best for me. Okay, so my closing statement obviously is thank you. Let me know if, please give me feedback or questions. Maybe I just say offer add-on services. That's right, add-on services. That conveys well. During sits. Oh, maybe I just start with okay. And from what is it called when I'm going to have to figure out a short way to say like giving access to this is too much. That's really in a conversation. Okay. During sits, ranging from house cleaning, and that will be a training opportunity again for students so that I can show them, teach them, demonstrate the level of cleanliness I expect them to leave leave the house. They can, if they want to be in somebody else's dirt the whole time they're there, they don't have to clean when they arrive, but I usually clean when I arrive, and then there's a lot less cleaning on the way out. But anyway, so I offer add-on services during sits, including house cleaning, to donation drops-offs, and a variety of other. Let's just ask. Hopefully, because more and more of my clients will have will know where where my background is. That'll help. Okay. I offer add-on services. Oh, I really should say, and I need to word some way of saying I will reinforce training. It's more than, okay, reinforce and let's say improve, but okay, that one I'm gonna have to think about too. Okay. Maybe I'll say, okay. Let's see. Okay, I really need to go take a break. Yeah, my brain hurts. Okay, I'll take a break, and probably this is one of the places where I wish the workplace gave space for is I just gonna walk away for a little while. I can't just keep pounding myself trying to figure this out right now. And it's time for me to eat. So there we go. I need to go take a break. quick thing that I've really learned on this sit in particular is I've been watching the food groups that I'm drawn to. There's been a lot of white food group, and I'm noticing in particular it's tan right now. Like tan food group is what I'm called to. So I guess what I'm saying is I need to make sure I have those things available, especially at the beginning and end of a sit, just in case my body's like simple, don't put, yeah, we'll be fine, just simple. So lots of bananas, that kind of thing. So, okay, back to it. Yeah, I gotta keep moving, but I am gonna show my tan lunch is made up of these gluten-free chicken nuggets from Fred Meyer. They're in animal shapes. So I've put them through the Insta air fryer. I also love these kind of hash browns. And so often when I'm having a lot of tan food group, there's usually some orange as well. So here's a little bit of orange. I don't know, it's just what my body says I want. And it's also what I have available. But this is one of the kind of unusual things that I take with me on all my sits because it's a comfort food. Okay, and I'll eat. So here's what I'm doing well, and I think is a struggle for everyone, because I definitely struggle and I know what's happening. So earlier I was like, oh, I have plenty of time to play and chill and do stuff like that. And but I did the right thing, I did the smart thing, and I kept kind of puttering. I did take little breaks, and I didn't I still haven't made the little statement I want to make for the client, but I can send that separate because I did finish uploading the client sit report, and now all I got to do is add description. And so yeah, what I discovered is everything was going to take a lot longer. Oh no. Did I stop streaming? No. Oh. It says that I'm signed into another thing, but I'm not right now. Weird. Okay. What was I thinking? Oh, that's right. Okay, I need to update the, where is it? There it is. Not showing up yet. Did I? Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's the sit report. Okay, so yeah, the main thing being everything takes way longer even than I estimate. So that's why I add time at the front and at the end, because I know that like even I have to keep going all morning until I'm ready to leave at 1:30, 2 o'clock, which is 12:50. In order to do that, I need to keep moving. I can take a break once I'm gone. I can take a break at a park on the way home. I can stop for lunch. Like I don't, so yeah, I can keep boop, boop, boop moving. So that's my plan. I've just cleaned up my game system. I have wiped down all the counters, including in the bathroom. I have finished packing everything that's not in the fridge and freezer. And yeah, not well, except for my office. I've got to pack that up right now. And yeah, I think it's going to be easy for me to leave by 2, which is fine because the client's not coming home till 5 or something. So yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm going to keep pausing, just muting this because I know that there's going to continue to be things I need to say, and the transcript will help me because I'm so excited. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to talk to my friend at length so that we could get around to some random thing that I can say where she's like, I know how to help with that. I know a resource for you. Because if all we're doing is saying, this is how I feel and this is what happened, then we don't get to a lot of the even more important stuff. So yeah, gotta keep going. Okay, I've noticed that I have the dropsies, which basically means I keep dropping things. The music's pretty straightforward. So in this case, I am not going to put back the couple of delicate things that I moved, that I, could potentially easily drop, like they're really delicate little things. So I'm gonna leave them. There was only a couple that I moved, because I don't want to run the risk of that being another thing that I drop. So yeah, that's a way of checking in with my state. And since I'm in a yellow state, using the traffic light model, then that means I need more spaciousness, more quiet, a little more. I switched to music that keeps me moving. So changing strategies as my needs change.
Great. I just updated the sit report. I put a little thing at the top of the description where I said thank you for hiring me to be with Chloe. She's a really smart cookie and really quickly caught on to the way I do stuff and stopped expecting me to follow her family's routine. I think that's a good way to start kind of putting it. They're like, it's their family's routine. She's great at telling time and giving gentle reminders what she expects at that time. She's really easy to understand and work with. I look forward to future opportunities. Oh, maybe to understand and spend time with. Look forward to future opportunities to work together. I probably should put my business phone number here, but I can update that later. Okay, this is good enough. Now I can put my computer away and continue my final setup. Okay, and tear down and be in the car by 2 o'clock, even with a little break in between, hopefully. Okay. Now I'm gonna go pack my kitchen and freezer stuff, and then I will load the car, and then I will open all the doors and windows, and we'll play fetch with the dog one more time, do another pass through, make sure everything's put away where it belongs. Yeah, that's why I'm opening the doors and windows. I'm gonna put everything away, all the smelly stuff, close all the doors that have smelly stuff in them, and then go outside and play with the dog for a while so that I can recover. But I will also wear a mask. So that's my next 20-30 minutes.
couple more things that need to be done on the way out is, of course, take the garbage out. Never, I mean, unless there's only a little bit in the garbage, like in the kitchen, just don't leave anything that could potentially smell. Refill the dog's water. Definitely take her out for a potty. I'll send a message to the client on my way out saying this was when her last potty was. Here's my sit report. God, there's some other things. Oh, like when cleaning out the freezer, make sure you have a really good, clear memory of what's yours and what wasn't, especially if they have some of the things that you sometimes eat. So label your things if you have to, but definitely don't take client food home. And same in the fridge. I find I often have to remove things like ice packs, things that just kind of fill up a lot of space but don't need to be there while I'm there. And so then I need to remember to put them back when I am leaving. So yeah, don't expect a lot of freezer space. Maybe only bring a few freezer things on day one if you really like that kind of stuff, and get more if there's space. So yeah, okay, that's it for now. All right, I've done everything. Now it's time for me to put my mask on and go in all of the quarantined areas. Um, I I do believe that my mask will reduce the intensity of the symptoms by at least 75%. But since I have to handle them, I have to put stuff back on a bed. I need to move towels into the bathroom. I have to take the sheets off the couches that I have had down and put one of the pillows back. So what I think I'll do is I'll do something maybe for 5 minutes or so and then go outside, take my mask off, play with the dog a little bit, come back in, do another little bit. So maybe if I only give myself really short exposures followed by quick air, quickly out in the fresh air, maybe that'll help. So it's 1:27. We'll see how long that takes. And then what I anticipate is coming back and making a short report about how that went right at the end as I'm literally on my way out the door. Okay, the bed is remade. And I wanted to clarify, I would not have stripped it if it didn't smell. I would just put a fitted sheet over the top of all the bedding, so the pillows. Put my um, suit, my sleeping bag on top of that sheet, so that basically there's a layer between me and their bedding. So then all I have to do is just pull my sheet off and straighten the bedding. But the exception is when there's fragrance on any of the bedding, then I can't have it right by my face, even with a sheet over it is not enough. So yeah, I want to clarify that. Now I'm gonna go get a couple minutes of fresh air. I've closed that room now so that I won't get any more out of that room. I'll go put the towels in the bathroom and keep motoring through. I should have also reported that just after making the bed and going outside for a few minutes, my eyes were burning and my lips were tingling. Since and my head had started to hurt. So now I've just moved the towels and the Axe body spray and the poof that has the Axe body spray on it back into the bathroom. I decided not to take my mask off until I'm outside. I've stumbled a little bit. I've been like, it's almost like the symptoms that I get besides all the burning and itching is like loss of balance a little bit, kind of drunkenness. So I'm gonna have to have a lot of outside time before I get driving, but gotta finish with this dog and get out of this house. Okay, time to turn this off. I have now put everything back to rights, the couch and all the things. I'm gonna go out and play with the dog a little more and say goodbye to the dog and definitely be on the road by 2. So yeah, let's see, was there anything else? Yeah, I'm feeling increasingly sick and it's only been however many minutes since I said I was gonna start. I think it's been 20 minutes and I've taken air breaks in between. So yeah, gotta get out of here.